To the Galaxy Man Show interview show. So, for my very next guest of this week is this sensational actress, Latina actress known by the name of Paula. Hope I said her name right. Paula Zamora. So, I'm about to add her into the live now and have a chat about her incredible projects that she's been in. So, yeah, let's invite Paula in and have a chat with Paula. Hello, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. I just want to say, first up, thank you so much for taking the time to join my show. It's such an incredible pleasure having you on the show today. To people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then like we'll dive right into the questions.
Okay, my name is Paola Zamora. I am an actress and I also worked as crew a fair bit. And I'm from Argentina and I've been living here for over 4 years.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the questions now. So for my very first question, so in 2020, you were actually in a film called The Fortune Teller. What was that like? What was that whole experience like for you getting to be in this film, and what was it like filming on set for this film?
Yeah, actually, that film we did with my creative group of collaborative. It was a little short film that we did for the pandemic, and it had to be about the pandemic, I believe. And we had like 3 days to make it. We did it super quick, and I was the first AD as well, and the lead, and it was a lot of fun, and people really enjoyed it. And we actually got the second prize, which we got a GoPro for it, and yeah, it was fun. Which the first prize was just people's vote, and the second prize was the judge vote, which is the more relevant one, I think. And then I sent it to a festival in Germany, and we got nominated for best comedy. So that was good. I didn't send it more to more places because we did it with no many sources, so it wasn't really professional. But then this director that I really like to work with, Mara, she liked it and she said, I'm gonna rewrite it and let's do it better and proper. So that's under post at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to see that one. That was like a whole different experience.
That's cool. So on to my very next question. So you were also in a film called The Enlightenment, and yeah, what was that whole experience like getting to be on this film called The Enlightenment?
Yeah, the Enlightenment was a really interesting experience. I went to the audition. It was for the SAE, for the film school. And I went to the audition, and the director just threw me different options to do the role. And I had to do it in 4 different ways. And a lot of things just came up that I didn't expect because I wasn't expecting this curveball. So I got the role. We did it over 3 weeks, I think, like 2 days a week in Brisbane. They got me accommodation in near Fortitude Valley, and it was really challenging because I had to run around, I had to scream, I had to be emotional as well. So I had a bit of range in that, which was really interesting, and it was really exhausting at the end of the day. And we were filming outside, and it was cold. It was in winter in Brisbane, so it was exhausting emotionally, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed making that one. I think that one is one of my favorites.
So what was like your favorite scene to film from The Enlightenment? Like yeah, what was your favorite scene to film?
Um, my favorite, I think, is the one I did. Oh, I can't remember. She's getting quite well known actress. The actress that played my mom. I can't remember her name right now, but she's amazing. It was so much fun to film with her and work with her. And I worked with her before and after that, and she's amazing. Her name will come up. And then my most interesting scene and more challenging was, I don't know if you saw the film, that the scene of the
Yes.
mirror. That was really interesting. Um, it was challenging because I had to play each Paola in all those mirrors and play like the voices in my head. And yeah, it was quite challenging to sort of like break down and scream for these mirrors, and yeah.
That's cool. So on to my very next question. So in 2021, you were actually in a film called Love Unseen, and you actually played the role of Maddie in Love Unseen. What was this whole
Yeah.
experience like getting to be in this film?
that was an interesting film. It was quite like a faith film. My role was just a supportive role. I was like God's friend, and actually in the few religious film festivals, it's going well. It has a nice message. It was for uni as well. JMC, I think. And that was that we had a little premiere as well, and it's going well in some festivals. So that was nice. Yeah.
That's good. So on to our next question. So in 2020, you were actually in a film called The Interview, and you played the role of Maria. What was like that whole experience
That was
like for you?
actually Michael was in that. He's watching. Hi, Michael. Um, Michael was the director, and I was the actress, and then we had the character of Danny interviewing us, and it was like an awkward interview. It was a comedy where everything goes wrong, and
Cool.
the character of Michael has a breakdown and just like goes to shit, basically. But yeah, it was nice.
That's
It was
cool.
a lot of fun.
So on to our next question. So what made you decide as a person, and especially as an actress, to get into like the whole acting industry in the first place?
I'd say, yeah, I wanted to be an actress since I was a little girl, and the show of Friends shows that made me want to be an actress. I will watch all the bloopers and just see how much they enjoyed the job and how much fun it was. And yeah, I watched Friends like, I don't know, 7 times or something, like the whole thing. So
I've been watching it. I've been watching Friends too. I'm like currently on season 5. Such a great series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always rewatching it. Yeah. I just finished it again and started again.
I have to ask, favorite Friends character and favorite couple of the Friends.
Chandler being my favorite, and obviously, yeah, Chandler and Monica, I think are really good couple. Yeah, and I like the growth of Chandler in the show as well as a character, and I think that dorky sense of humor, I sort of got it from him.
That's cool. I love that. So on to our next question. So if you could follow like your dream and have any dream role in the acting industry, what kind of like dream role would you want for you and like for the future of like any TV or movie franchise, and why?
A show that goes on for many years. I think that's always something that I find really interesting, because you create this family, and a show like Friends, I think is something that I would really enjoy doing for a lot of years, and because it's timeless, it stays forever with us. That's something very cool. And at the same time, as crew, I did some films where it was some action or stunts or like cars on fire and stuff. It's really interesting to watch that as well. But yeah, I think like a long-term comedy show would be nice, or a trilogy of a movie if it's a cool movie. Yeah.
That's cool. So on to our next question. So if you could work with any TV actor currently alive, who would it be and why?
I'd say Meryl Streep. I love to see her live and work with her and learn from her a lot. And then Will Smith. I know he's not in a good place right now with everyone, but he's always been my favorite human being, and I will just love to share with him and be on set with him.
Awesome. So on to our next question. So what advice would you give someone wanting to start out in the acting industry? And yeah, what advice would you give someone?
Just work hard and don't take the rejections personal. Just go for it. And there's nothing that you can't learn. Even if you think you've been on it for years, you still have a lot to learn. And if something is not working for you, just move on to something else that will be better for you. There are different techniques, different agencies, and you have to find the right fit, the right match for you. And yeah, it's not overnight. It's something that you're gonna work hard for, but it's fun.
So on to
very
my very
rewarding.
next, yeah. So on to my very next question, onto that side of thing with the acting industry. Like, what are like the positive and negatives into the whole acting industry, and how do you get through those like negative moments as an actress?
The positive, I'd say, well, it's a lot of fun, and you get to choose once you get more experience. Obviously, you get to choose the characters you want to play. You get to hang out with some amazing, talented people, and it's just so much fun to work with your emotions and work so close to yourself. I personally became more open and vulnerable in my day-to-day life after doing some techniques and learning some stuff, and that helps my work. It helps me understand my life better as well. And negatives, sometimes you don't, well, not sometimes, a lot of the times you don't control the outcome, but you still have to work hard for it. And you have a lot of rejections. You have to deal with a lot of them. You just have to do an audition and forget about it. And if they call you, great. If they don't, just know that you did your best and you couldn't have done anymore. Yeah, I think that's the thing. And then the other thing is, in my case, for example, I'm not from Australia, so I get a lot less chances because a lot of roles are for Australians only.
Yeah.
Which in a way is good because I don't have many competition if there are Latin roles, but there are not many Latin roles at the moment. So it's a bit tricky that way because I wish it would be only based on fit for the character and not and your talents and not the nationality, you know. But yeah, I'd say rejections is the main thing.
So my very last question. So, well, like, what's next for you, like future-wise? Any projects, upcoming projects that you would like to announce on the show?
I'm doing a short film in July. It's in Italian. It was my first audition in Italian, and it was really exciting and challenging and tricky. And I had a colleague in my job that spoke Italian, and I said to her, "Can you please come over and work my accent with me because like I speak Italian, but I've never acted in Italian." In Melbourne, but it was like one scene, and this was like a whole short film. Yeah, and then she came over, and we had to practice. And if there was something that I was pronouncing wrong, she would tell me that's wrong, and I would, just practice. And to be honest, in that one, I felt like I didn't have much time to practice, but at the same time, I mainly focused on the accent and the language, which was the major challenge for me, and I didn't put much effort into the character in that specific audition. But at the same time, I felt like, oh my god, I need to send them more stuff where I actually had time to act. So I sent them other jobs that I did, and I just said focus on the Italian on this, and then focus on my acting on these ones, because I honestly just didn't have much time. I got the role that it's a supportive role, but it's in a fair bit of scenes. And we're going to film it in July, and it's about Italians migrating to Australia, which is really interesting. I like the concept. And yeah, just taking classes all the time and keep learning and keep working on it.
Awesome. Well, I just would like to say thank you so much for taking the time to join my show. Paula, I think, is that how you say your name?
Paola.
Paola, thank you so much for appearing on my show. It has been such an incredible pleasure. Everyone, definitely go give Paola one amazing and incredible support. We need more amazing Latina people like Paola in this world. So I just want to say that. Do you have like any last final thoughts or anything that you'd like to say to people on the show?
Follow your heart and do what you want to do. Don't worry about the results or the how. Just go do it.